take two. I thought, well, I'm here, might as well do box 3. I don't know how long it's going to take. But, so there's box 3. Yes, I just piece of tape. You can't see box 3 and 4 because they're on the back when you set up the display. And so, unless you're walking around the other side. But this was the first box I made. And this is the first time I tried the Cricut cutter template. And so, overall, looks like some scratch. That's fine. Not too bad. But anyway, so let's get into it. Nice little latches on the side. So this thing contains 4 different parts to the main building. This is the entire base. The base itself to the tower is 7 32 by 32 base plates. And so they are set up in blocks of 2 base plates, 2 base plates, 2 base plates, and 1 base plate, which equals 7. So this is the front. This is the 1 base plate all by itself. Slides in there. I think this is one of the few pieces where I actually have the flag. There was a couple times I did the layout with every building had a flag, but I think this flag just stays there. This is also where I use my Cricut cutter to cut yellow to go over top of the brown. And inside, I didn't bother going inside, but because usually the door's closed. Not too much to talk about this. This is the oldest module in the entire layout, basically. It was built prior to building the tower, actually. The tower was only 1 layer higher than this, and it had this one and a mirror image on the back. Used the 4x8 wing plates that came in the classic space sets. And just put the bricks on top, just give it that extra. Originally, I used the black round 33-degree slope pieces that came in the Martian sets from Mission to Mars or Mars Missions. I always forget which one. But that's what I used originally. And it didn't look nearly as nice as this, so this is what I went with. This is where the monorail gets attached to, and that little loop that goes around. And this is the slope up to that guy there. So, 2 layers, not much to talk about. This is where the cars park. The doors open. Up here, there's more details. You can see where I hid the life lights brick right there. Right there. And that lights up this whole module. You got people walking around doing their jobs. I do use the supports as flying buttresses or whatever you want to call them inside, just to give it that extra little bit of thing. And then you can see people working in here, people at the controls. This is ground ops. These are people who are commencing ground operations to make sure everybody's driving around and vehicles are filled and fueled and stuff like that. You know, a couple Easter eggs. There's the robot from Expirus or whatever. A lot of empty chairs. I don't know if you can see it. They're launching the rocket. That's from the Beta 1 Command Center. I think this side is also, no, that's the one. And if you can barely see it, there it is. That's the 926 version, the little space guy and going after the satellite. So this is one. And we'll start pulling out the other one, move him aside. This is the biggest part of this, and it's hard to pull out sometimes. Because it always comes apart. Let's see. I usually use 2 hands. Doing these videos is always interesting, but I do everything with 1 hand. So I'm just gonna let it come down. Again, more quarter domes, just because I wanted to do more quarter domes. Can't complain about that too much. This piece here is just temporary. It holds that wood up because I got 2 more modules back in there, and they can rest on top of this guy. So this is the most. Originally, all base plates, all 32 by 32 base plates were separate. And so this whole piece was separate from this piece here. I just found it easier to build them in this configuration where you join the 2. it's okay. And in order to get it to fit too, because I do have these window pieces from the Arctic Expeditions, and because this is 32 by 32, this will not fit in there. So I had to find a way of taking it off, and this was a little bit of a thing. And so all I did, and I actually can do this because you can usually do it with 2 hands instead of 1. There we go, get in there. And then, come on. There we go. And then it's in there. So now I can put that away. Also the Cricut cutter. And I did, so this is one of my things I'll talk about in a sec. So this is what I did with a Cricut cutter. And I thought it turned out very well. Because again, this is where the door comes down, and this is like the danger zone. So I was going to put danger across there. And this is half the sidewalk that the other half's on the next base plate over. And this is my, 924 carrier. So this is a repair bay, and this guy gets pulled out by this rack and pinion here. There's a little motor buried inside this thing that moves it back and forth, and this thing comes out with the 924 on top. The 924 is all flashy and stuff, and it pulls it into the repair bay. And you can see inside the repair bay, it's got the little V that it fits right in there, and then the guys can repair it. And it's got all the tools and stuff ready to repair. You can see guys moving up and down the stairs. So I tried to do some interior details. I didn't do a lot. I didn't do a lot of greebling. I didn't do a lot of whatever, but it's I did enough for me on this level. And you look over here and it's the same thing. So you got people moving around. This is the second level. Again, you got the tubes that take people to the various levels. Then you got this ground level, people moving around. The motor is hidden underneath this console. The motor that brings that up, that rack and pinion out, back and forth. It goes to an 8 to 24, 8 to 24, and the last 24, the first 24 is a clutch gear, so I don't have to worry about overextending it or underextending it, so it does stop, which is nice. And again, people are busy moving around, so that's what I. And then this one, hardly anything. So I have a few guys moving around. I'll get more back in here. This had to be redone because I rewired the whole thing. Speaking of wiring, this is the biggest mess of wires in this entire thing. So this is where I store them. So this is going up, and I showed you the other end of the plug in the other box, box number 4, the diamond. So this is what those wires in the diamond plug into. So this comes down. Again, this is the back left. It's hidden usually by the 4x4 blue half cylinders. But this comes down here, and it comes out, and there's a hole drilled through the layout now. So all these wires go underneath, and this is where the RTX gets connected, and this is where all the life lights get connected, blah, blah, blah. And then you can see how I wired it inside. It comes up here, this goes over here, that goes there. So wiring is interesting, especially when you want to hide it very well. So you can just see, this is just right underneath the plate, and I just kept this corner open so the wire can come straight down. It's fine. It does the job. I wanted to come up with something better, but this is what I got so far. So I'll move this piece aside. I'll go get the next piece, move him somewhere else. So we'll put this down. I'll go grab the next piece, which is, first of all, I do store my my moon base tubes in here that connect this to the monorail station. So this piece, I'll pick up this piece of wood. Whoa. Okay. So this is half of the other, well, again, 2 more modules. And also I have to take off the railings because this is, the storage space for the other piece. So, I mean, it's not too many pieces come apart. I can handle this part, and this just comes off for now. So this is the back left side of the building, all by itself. And move everything around. I have not done the cricket on this guy yet. I haven't got the yellow on here yet, which is fine. And exactly the same issue on the side, because these had to come off in order for it to fit properly. And then it goes on, just like that. See, now it's whole. Again, the same doors as the front. Little walkway to get inside. The monorail level. And then the train track. The train track does come out. I don't leave the train track in. I did a Jeff Van Winden thing, and I just put the tile plates down, the tiles down. Those are 8x16s. But again, you can see the people waiting for the train, so I don't have to populate it again. And then this up here, there's another monorail rail there. Let's turn it around, look inside. Again, a little bit of wiring, not too much in this guy. I think I only have 1 or 2 light bricks in here. I only need 1 wire coming up here, and you can see that goes there, and I think I got 1 going over there or in the bottom. But you know, populated, people moving around, doing their job, waiting for their train. Although these people seem to be kissing or something, I'm not sure what. But I'll fix that later. Again, making a hollow to run the wires in, always kind of cute. Not much here. I get flying buttresses. I love those support beams because I think they look really cool. Again, I use them over here too. We'll put this over here. We'll get the last piece out. I'll get the last piece out right there. So this is the other half of the back. Oh, wait. And this is, oh, I have to wait till it gets out. Okay. Always kind of interesting to see the inside like this, because again, this is the inside of the building. The wiring again hidden, and you can see the people moving around, crates of stuff, lots of trans yellow, and then the other, all these nice panels, trans yellow panels. So again, the monorail level where the monorail comes through, the train level where the train comes through. Let's see, I'm just going to put this together. I'm going to put this like that so you guys